Hello and welcome to Knit and Crochet with Joanna. In this video we are going to learn how to crochet this very pretty 3D shell pattern for a shawl. I have the same pattern in a square shape for blankets or dresses or tops in my channel, and I will put the link for this video at the end of this video. Now we are going to learn how to crochet this very pretty shawl pattern. I'm going to use for my video example very soft acrylic yarn and hook size number 3.5. You choose the right size of hook and the right yarn for you. I start with 5 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to work 1 double crochet into the first chain. So 1 double crochet into the first chain. Now it looks here like a small triangle. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn the work. I count these 3 chains as my first double crochet, and I'm going to work 3 more double crochets into the space. 1, 2, and 3. And with my 3 chains I have in total now 4 double crochets. Chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same space. 1, 2, and 3. And I work a 4th double crochet into the 3rd chain. So 1, 2, 3 into the 3rd chain, 1 double crochet. And so I have in total now 4 double crochets, chain 2, 4 double crochets. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I turn my work. I count the first 3 chains as my first double crochet for this row and 2 extra chains. Now into the very first chain I do 1 double crochet. This is the double crochet from the last row, and in this chain 1 double crochet. And here's a new triangle. So I have 3 chains. This is my first double crochet, chain 2 and another double crochet into the same chain. Here is a space between the double crochets, and into this space I do 1 double crochet, chain 2 and another double crochet into the same space. And also here I have a triangle now. A double crochet, chain 2, a double crochet. Now in the very last chain 1 double crochet. Also here we count the 3rd chain, and in this chain I'm going to work 1 double crochet, chain 2 and another double crochet into the same chain. So now I did here the basic rows for my pattern. Actually it's a 2 rows repeat pattern. You will see it's really very easy to crochet. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. I turn my work and I count these 3 chains as my first double crochet. In this row I'm going to work my 3D shells. Into the space from the triangle, 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and with the 3 chains I have now in total 4 double crochets. Chain 2, into the same space 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. And my 4th double crochet will be a front post double crochet. So yarn over, I insert my hook into the same space, I'm behind of my double crochet and I go through the next space. I grab the yarn, I am behind of the double crochet and I go through the first space again and I work a double crochet. And this is my 4th double crochet. So I have 4 double crochets, chain 2, 4 double crochets. And we need this front post double crochets to make our 3D shells. Now the next shell, I start again with a front post double crochet. So yarn over, I insert my hook into the space between the double crochets. I am behind of the double crochet and I go through the space from a triangle. I grab the yarn, I am again behind of the double crochet and I go through the first space. Now I work normal my double crochet. My front post double crochet is done. 3 more double crochets into the space, 1, 2 and 3, and I have in total now again 4 double crochets. Chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2 and 3. And I finish also this shell with a front post double crochet. Yarn over, I insert my hook into the same space, I am behind of the double crochet and I go through the next space. I grab the yarn, I am behind of the double crochet and I go through the first space again. And I work my double crochet. So the next shell is done. I have 1 more shell and I start here also with a front post double crochet. Yarn over, I go through the space, I'm behind of the double crochet and I go through the second space. I grab the yarn, I'm behind of the double crochet and I go through the first space. I finish my double crochet. 3 double crochet into the space from the last triangle, 1, 2 and 3. Chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2, 3. And I finish the row same as I started. I started with 1 double crochet into the very first chain and I finish with 1 double crochet into the very last chain, and this is again the 3rd chain. So 1, 2 into the 3rd chain, 1 double crochet. The first row is done. This is the row with the shells. Now the second row will be the row with the triangles. I do 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I turn my work. Into the very first chain, 1 double crochet. Here's my first triangle. So I have 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. Here is the shell, and into the space between the double crochets from the shell I'm going to work into the space 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. And this is my next triangle. So here's the next shell. Here's a space again between the double crochets, into this space 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space again. And I go to my last shell. Also here we have a space between the double crochets, into this space 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. So I did my first triangle into the very first chain, and I do my last triangle into the very last chain. And the first and the last triangles are the increases for the next row. So into the last chain, and this is always the third chain stitch, 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same chain. The second row is done. Let's repeat these 2 rows one more time again together. So chain 3, and I count this as my first double crochet. I turn my work. Now we do again the row with the 3D shells. Into the space from the first triangle 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. In total I have again 4 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2, 3. And the 4th double crochet will be a front post double crochet. So yarn over, I insert my hook into the space, I'm behind of the double crochet, and I go through the next space. I grab the yarn, I'm behind of the double crochet, and I go through the first space, and I work normal my double crochet, and my shell is done. 4 double crochets, chain 2, 4 double crochets. Now the next double crochet, and I start here with a front post double crochet, three more double crochets into the space from the triangle, 1, 2, and 3. In total 4 double crochets, chain 2, continue with 3 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2, 3, and the 4th double crochet will be again a front post double crochet. We do it together very slowly, and you see it's easy to make. So the second shell is done. Let's do the next one. We start also here with the front post double crochet, three double crochets into the space from a triangle, 1, 2, 3. And with the front post double crochet we have again 4 double crochets. Chain 2, 1, 2. 3 more double crochets into the same space. 1, 2, and 3. And also here the 4th double crochet is a front post double crochet. And also this 3D shell is done. Let's do the next one. Here's a triangle, so I start again also here with a front post double crochet. 3 more double crochets into the space from the triangle. 1, 2, and 3. In total I have again 4 double crochets. Chain 2 and 3 double crochets into the space. 1, 2, and 3. And the 4th double crochet is again a front post double crochet. And also this shell is done. You see, it's really very easy. Now the last shell. Here's the last triangle, and I start again with a front post double crochet, 3 double crochets into the space from the triangle. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same space. 1, 2, and 3. And I do my 4th and last double crochet to finish my row into the 3rd chain. And the first row of the shells is done. Slowly you can see the pattern. Now the second row, and this is the row with the triangles. So I start with 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I turn my work. 3 chains are my first double crochet. I have chain 2, and into the very first chain I do 1 double crochet. So my first triangle is done. Here is my first shell. Into the space between the double crochets I do 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 double crochet into the same space. Now I go to my next shell. Also here into the space between the double crochets, 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. Here is the next shell. Into the space between the double crochets, 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. Here is the next shell. Into the space between the double crochets, again 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. I go to the next shell, and this is the last one. Into the space between the double crochets, again 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. And also here my first triangle is the increase for the next row, and I do now the last triangle, and also this is the increase for the next row. So I go to the last chain, it's again the third chain, and I do 1 double crochet into the last chain, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same chain. And the row with a triangle is done. Let's do these 2 rows one more time together, just in case, and I start with row 1, which is the row with the 3D shells. Chain 3, I count this as my first double crochet again, and I turn my work. 3 more double crochets into the space from the triangle. So 1, 2, 3, and I have in total now 4 double crochet. Chain 2, and now the next 4 double crochet. 3 double crochets into the space, 1, 2, 3, and the 4th double crochet is a front post double crochet. And so I have in total again 4 double crochets. I started with 4 double crochets, chain 2, 4 double crochets. Now the next shell, I continue with a front post double crochet and 3 double crochets into the space from the triangle. 1, 2, 3, and with a front post double crochet I have now 4 double crochets. Chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2, 3, and the 4th double crochet is again a front post double crochet. The second shell is done. Now the next shell, I start again with a front post double crochet and 3 double crochets into the space from the triangle. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same space again, 1, 2, 3, and 1 double crochet is in front post double crochet. And I have again 4 double crochets, chain 2, 4 double crochet. The next 3D shell, a front post double crochet and 3 double crochet into the space from the triangle. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, 3 double crochet into the same space, 1, 2, 3, and 1 front post double crochet. And the shell is done. The next shell, again a front post double crochet You see, it's really very easy. We just repeat always these 2 rows. So 3 double crochets into the space from the triangle, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the space from the triangle, 1, 2, and 3. And I finish also this shell with the front post double crochet. Here is the next triangle. Also here I start my shell with a front post double crochet, 3 double crochets into the space from the triangle, 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same space again, 1, 2, and 3. And I finish the shell with a front post double crochet. So and here's the last triangle. Here I crochet the last 3D shell, and I start also here with the front post double crochet, 3 double crochets into the space from the triangle, 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, again 3 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2, and the third double crochet. And now the small difference always at the end of the row, 1 double crochet into the third chain. I count 1, 2, 3, and I finish my row with 1 double crochet into the third chain. And this is then the row with a shell. Okay, so the first row is done. Let's do the second row again, which is the row with the triangles. So chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turn the work. 1 double crochet into the first chain, and this is the first triangle. Here is the shell. Between the double crochets is a space. Into the space 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. Here's the next shell. Also here, into the space between the double crochets 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. I go to the next shell, into the space 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. And continue now till the end of the row. Here is the next shell, into the space 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. Here's the next shell. Also here 1 double crochet into the space, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. Next shell, 1 double crochet into the space, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. And the last shell also here into the space 1 double crochet, chain 2 and another double crochet into the same space. And now I do into the last chain a new triangle. So I count 1, 2 into the third chain. I work 1 double crochet, chain 2 and another double crochet into the same chain. And this is the second row with a triangle. So when you're completely finished with your project, when you have the desired measure, you finish your project with this second row, with the row with the triangles. When I turn my work now, you can see here very well the 3D shells. If you like this pattern, please try it. You will see it's very easy. It's a very quick pattern, and when it grows up after a few rows, you will have this very pretty design. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I say again, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. I want to show you much more beautiful tutorials, and till next time, thank you.